All right, all right, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Guess what, folks? Today is the day after a week of anticipation that we've been building up for today's special event. The time is finally here. You guys ready? I hope you're all ready for this. I don't know if you're ready for this, guys. Just being serious. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. I'm Darkside Phil. I welcome you to my gameplay stream for the day, the one and only gameplay stream for the day, a special marathon event. Good to see so many of you here. I didn't know, how many would show up, and we've got a lot of people here on the stream already, and we haven't even started yet, all right? Today is Sunday, August 4th, 2019. Today's a huge day for me, with a special marathon event. I hope you guys are excited for a day full of fun. It certainly should be a good one, all right? At least if things go according to plan, I think things should go really well. I hope you guys are excited. All right, so let's talk turkey, my friends. Let's talk about the day. Let's talk about what you guys can expect today. Then we'll talk about the rest of the week. We'll set up a few things, a few guidelines and rules and things so you know how everything's going to work. And then we're going to go from there, all right? So, my friends, first of all, welcome. Marathon stream. That means that the stream is starting right now, and unlike my normal daily streams, where I would probably stop streaming by, say, 4 o'clock, we're not going to do that. It's now currently 10:49 a.m., and I'm going to be streaming roughly until between 7 to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. All right? Much longer stream than my usual format. I'm doing this to celebrate the premiere of my Super Mario 64 playthrough. This is a playthrough that you guys and gals have been anticipating and asking for many, many years. This has always been a playthrough that people are like, gee, I wonder when the hell Phil's going to play Mario 64, because it seems to be like almost the golden standard for games that people stream if they're going to be serious about being either a content creator for YouTube or a live streamer. And Mario 64 came out in 1996. I played it as a brand new release back in the day. And, I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was one of the best games at the time. Of course, it was. And I've only played this game twice. I should pretty much clarify this for everyone. I played it as a brand new release in 1996 on the actual Nintendo 64 console. All right. And then later on, I played it when they did the Nintendo 3DS release of it, which was very different. A very different game. They added in all kinds of new stuff to the game that wasn't previously in the game. A lot of people say that the Nintendo DS version of the game is much easier because there's multiple new characters and the like, and it changes the game format up. Okay? So those are the two versions that I play. Now, what are we going to be playing? Today, we're going to be playing the original Super Mario 64 version from the Super Nintendo. We are not... Excuse me, the Super Nintendo. The Nintendo 64. We are not playing the DS version. People seem to express the desire for me to play the original, not the easier version. I said, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and play what people want, okay? And just give the people what they want. Now, a couple things. Number one, all right? People have been asking, am I going to be going for all of the stars? All right? Am I going for the gold, per se? The answer is I'd like to. I'd like to give it an honest college try. As they say, I want to give it a shot and see if I can actually get all the stars in the game. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'd like to at least try. But from what I'm to understand, it's pretty tough to get all the stars in the game. Some of them are really, really tricky to get and or well hidden, and if you don't know exactly how to get them, it could be really tough to figure it out. Now, the good news is I'm an interactive live streamer. So for those of you who are here live on the stream, you guys can help me to figure out how I'm supposed to get these certain stars that I can't get, all right? And in fact, I would say that's going to be a key part of the success of the Super Mario 64 playthrough, is that you guys help me out to find some of the hardest stars, because I stand here trying to do it for hours on end. It ain't going to be fun, all right? So because this is a old throwback classic game, I would say I am going to allow people to help me. However, please do not immediately tell me how to do stuff up front. At least, I want to figure out this star. at least give me a shot. Unless I'm directly asking for it or whatever, please just don't throw... Oh, here's how you do it. Okay, I think that might be overkill. Let's give me a shot to try to figure it out for myself. If I can't figure it out, or if it's a really cryptic star that, like, there's no way you would figure it out, then it's okay to jump in with help. But, you know, basically only if I'm asking for it. I don't want people to immediately spoil every single thing in the damn game. Okay? Number two, I just want you guys to understand, I don't expect myself to be good at this game at all. I've only played it twice. Once when it was new, and once in the mid-2000s when it came out for the Nintendo DS. I mean, it's been over 10 years since I played the game. It's going to be hard for me to remember stuff in this game, you know? I fully expect that I'm actually going to probably suck at it and, you know, end up trying to, you know, figure stuff out and, you know, maybe even have a tough time with it. Even though a lot of people say, oh, Super Mario 64 is not that hard, you got to understand, you know, for someone who's only played it twice, it could be pretty tough. All right, so please, you know, I know, listen, I know people are going to be harsh on me no matter what. This is kind of the running gag with my gameplay and my streams and my content is that people like to make fun of me. So I understand that, but understand, don't come into this playthrough expecting the world, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not really expecting that much. In fact, I remember, back in the day when I played it on Nintendo 64, it was basically a big learning curve for me to learn the controls and everything of the game. Compared to previous Mario games, it was the first 3D Mario game. It was the first major 3D platformer ever. So it was a huge learning curve for everyone. And, you know, I remember the controls are a little bit on the wonky side, all right? I'm not complaining, but I'm just telling you, I particularly remember having some difficulty with the controls both times that I played this game. So I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the case again, okay? So I'm just throwing a few of those things out there so you guys have no preconceived notions of what to expect. I am going to go for all the stars. I don't know if I'm going to get them all, but I am going to, you know, solicit help if I need it. And also, don't expect me to be having high-level gameplay here. I'm fully not expecting to do very well at the game, but I just want to have fun with it. And another thing, this is a playthrough that I am going to do a full playthrough of the game, and I'm taking my time with it. Even though today's a marathon, and I am going to be playing this a lot today, I'm not expecting to get through the game. This is not a speed run, you know what I mean? This is not a challenge run. This is not a speed run for me. This is more just, you know, a marathon for fun, and, you know, to see how I do at a game that at one point, you know, I really enjoyed, and kind of going back in time and enjoying a classic that everyone, like I said, everyone holds this up as like the golden standard of a game that you should stream or record if you want to be serious about it, and I'm finally getting around to it, okay? Pretty neat. Very nice. Okay. So now, we've gotten past that. Now let's move on to the older portion of the stream that everyone's interested in. Let's talk about the other reason I'm doing this stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to raise funds via tips in order to pay bills. All right, make no bones about it, and me not beating around the bush here. I'm going to be very transparent and honest. Things are not good with me at all. Financially, they're really bad. The worst they've ever been. And there's a combination of factors that have happened. There's some that I can reveal and some I can't. I can tell you one in particular this year. It's been really tough for me. Is that YouTube once again had a ginormous dip in revenue for me and my channels, or my channel, excuse me, DSPGaming, basically is making, no lie, about a tenth of what it used to make on a monthly basis. In fact, I'm making half as much this year as I did last year. In 2019, I haven't had a month that was half as much as what I made in 2018. I guess they screwed up again, and I don't know why I got less ads or less profitable ads, whatever it could possibly be. I have no clue. It's just kind of a reality for me that I've learned to accept, because I don't think, honestly, I'm ever going to make any good money on YouTube ever again. Just being honest, I think those days are done. But it sucks because I still rely on that income, you know, and it's just not a good situation. In a nutshell, things are bad, all right? And I wish that they weren't bad. I wish that I could come here and say, oh, you know, there's a silver lining. Right now, there's really not, all right? And I've been really struggling these past couple of months. Basically, every month, what's happening for me is I'm barely making enough to pay my bills. And I end up not having enough to pay the bills on time, all right? and the bills end up going unpaid for weeks, and then I pay them late, and I have late fees and stuff going on, and you can only do that so much. Just being honest, you can only do that so much. So what I am hoping, all right, is that I can raise a good amount of tips today during this special marathon event to give me a head start on everything this month, because as of today, my mortgage on my home clears, okay, which is the biggest payment of the month, and it's going to literally empty my bank account. And after that, I don't get paid by Twitch until the middle of the month. So I'm hoping that I can raise a significant amount of funds today via tips to get me past the hurdle that I've had, over the last several months. Because the thing is, like I said, if I keep overdrawing, and getting these fucking penalties and getting late fees, it's never going to fix itself. You see what I mean? It's just going to keep steamrolling over and over and over, and it'll never get better. All right. So that being said, we're going to be trying to raise tips today. All right. And I want you to understand, I don't really, let me put it this way. Like, people keep asking, what's the tips goal? What's the tips goal? I really haven't even known what to make the tips goal. Like, I've been thinking about it, and it's like, I try to weigh in my head what would be a reasonable tips goal for this kind of a stream. But then I also think about, what do I really need to get myself back on my feet? I don't want to be ridiculous and put a tips goal on the stream that's completely unreasonable, but at the same time, I don't want to underdo it and then put a goal that really doesn't help me out. All right. So what I think I'm going to do, I've been thinking about this, all right? I'm going to have a goal that's reasonable, but I'm going to have a goal that if we hit it, that there's a possibility of a tier 2 goal, all right? That's even better than hitting the tier 1 goal, all right? So allow me to explain how this is going to work. We're going to have a running tips goal for the day, all right? Anyone who contributes, I'm going to give a shout out during the stream, and hopefully, it works out pretty well, and, people are generous and the like. If we hit the tier 1 goal, which, by the way, I don't foresee us hitting it quickly. I don't, because it's going to be a reasonably big goal to try to help me out here. If we hit the tier 1 goal, there's going to be a huge positive reveal on the stream. All right? This is something that I've been hinting at for a long time. The entire week I've been hinting at it, and everyone has guessed different various things. I'm not going to tell you if anyone's even come close, because I basically want it to be a huge surprise what ends up being the big positive reveal. What I can tell you is this: you're going to love it, and it's going to be something that could positively affect streams moving forward. All right? Now, if we hit the tips goal, and this big positive reveal happens, and you guys like it, and you're like, man, this is awesome, okay? What I may do, and depending on when we hit the tips goal, by the way, I may do a tier 2 level of goal. All right? Now, the tier 2 level of goal will basically mean if we hit it, I'm going to do something really cool. And I'm not going to spoil, because again, if I spoil, you'll know. And that's what I mean. Like, I wish I could have told you guys all this information way ahead of time, but it spoils the surprise. So I don't want to spoil the positive surprise, okay? So I will, during the course of the day, let you know, what's going on with this, and I'm sure we're all going to get excited as we get closer and closer to possibly hitting the tips goal, etc., and go from there. Now, all right, what I'll say is this: this tips goal that I'm about to put on the stream is realistic towards what can really significantly help me this month. This is, if any of these tips that are raised today are going to go straight towards bills. I have to reiterate this because all the time people try to say that I'm making shit up and Phil does this and that with his money. Any money that I raise today is literally going to go to my bank account later today to pay bills this month, period. So thank you to anyone, even right now, considering tipping me. And rest assured, anything that you guys contribute is going to go straight towards bills. All right? And if you help me out and we hit this tips goal, I'm going to be ecstatic, and I'm going to be really happy to do this positive reveal, and then maybe we can go even further. All right? Fair enough? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and update it. Tips goal. Let's do it. All right? Is this a large number? Absolutely it is. But I feel that this is a reasonable number that would help me a lot this month. And so it is what it is. If you think that that's absolutely ridiculous, all right, if you think that's absolutely out of control, I don't blame you. But I'm just being honest. That's what's going to help me, So we'll see how we do today. We'll see how we do and go from there, okay? So let's see what happens. All right, some people were actually saying insane. They were like, oh, my God, Phil's looking for $10,000. Like, no, you're out of your mind. That would be insanity. If that happened, that would be crazy. That would be like insanely positive. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I'm going to raise that much in one day. But if I can raise like $1,000, that I immediately put towards bills, that would help me for the next week to week and a half to at least get to a point where hopefully I'm not so massively behind on everything that even if I end up still getting behind, it won't be like, oh my God, unmanageable, take me a million years to catch up. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of the situation that sadly I've been in the past few months, is I'm in a situation where I can't catch up. So I'm hoping that this will help me out. Okay, now like I said, if we hit this goal today, all right, not only will it be a huge positive reveal, but I'll open the possibility of a tier 2 goal where if we hit, another level, I'll basically do something even more positive and cool for the streams. I'll explain. Again, I can't explain without spoiling. So more information about that during the course of the stream. I guess you'll figure it out later if we hit the tips goal. Let's put it that way, okay? All right. So there you go. All right. So there you go, guys. During today's stream, if you cheer, sub, or tip, I'm going to give you a shout out. It's going to be a major part of the stream is going to be shout outs for contributions. All right. And I appreciate all contributions. All right. Everything's going to help me. Every possible contribution, no matter what you do, helps me. But understand that in the short term, the best thing you can do is tipping me today, because tipping me again is going to go straight towards bills and it's going to help a ton. All right. Fair enough. All right, so that's it. That's really all I have to say about that. Let's see how today goes. And by the way, the other thing I should say is, a lot of people see something like this and they get really negative, and they're like, man, well, there's no way that I could contribute and help towards that goal. It's not true. I've said this over the years, and I'll say it again. My success as an internet content creator has never come because of ginormous contributions from a couple people. It's never been like that whatsoever. Never. It's because it's basically because people step up and contribute as a crowd. You know what I mean? It's called crowdfunding for a reason. It's because people give $1 here, $1 there. When I opened up Patreon, people didn't think that Patreon would help. You're kidding me? Patreon's been amazingly positive over the years to me. I think that people just kind of they underestimate how much just a little bit here and a little bit there can help. So don't think, oh man, I can't drop $1,000 on the stream today, so I can't help Phil. That's not the case at all. The case is every little bit helps, So if you can, please, consider it. Again, I say this on all my streams, so I'll say it up front here. All right. Understand that I am so happy that you guys give a crap about me. Seriously, like, after 11 years, people still coming out to my streams, people still coming out to support. It's a pretty damn amazing thing, right? I'm so happy that people come and hang out with me on a daily basis. Today's stream is going to be super special because of the game I'm playing, because of the fact that it's something people have wanted to see me play for years. It's going to be almost like a party-like atmosphere. I'm really excited for today. And, of course, for the rest of the playthrough as well, because today isn't the only day I'm playing this. But in particular, the start of special celebration marathon is a good one, right? And so, this is so awesome. But understand that if you can't contribute, that's fine. It's much appreciated if you can, but it's not mandatory. All right? I don't want you to feel pressure like it's mandatory. Man, if I can't contribute, I don't deserve to be here. That's ridiculous. I love it that people just come out and hang out with me on a daily basis. But for those who can contribute, thank you so much. Because that is the reason why I'm still here. When YouTube ad revenue plummeted 2.5 years ago, and I became a full-time streamer, that was basically, it could have been the end of everything. But because you guys have been so supportive on the streams, you've allowed me to continue to do what I love for a living. That's amazing. And I'm so grateful for it. And it sucks that I keep getting into shitty situations, but that's just life. And you guys, you have really been incredibly positive and helped me out of so many bad times. And, this is just another one I feel we're going to get through. And thank you. Thank you for everything. Okay, guys? All right. So all that being said, you know, not mandatory to contribute, but if you can, please, thank you, do. And I am so happy that so many people love my content that they still come out and check me out on a daily basis, okay? All right. Now, that's what's going on today. All right? That's what's going on today. Now, let's talk about what's going on for the rest of the week. Because, obviously, I'm not playing Mario 64 in a marathon for the rest of the week. You guys might be interested, you might be interested in what I'll be doing for the rest of this week. Because it's going to be interesting, stuff that's going to be going down on the streams. All right, guys? So, today, Super Mario 64 all day long. I'm trying to raise a tips goal. Possibly a huge positive reveal. And maybe some positive changes to the streams moving forward, depending on how things go. All right? Tomorrow, I'm off. Tomorrow is actually my day off from streaming. The one day a week I actually get to spend some time with my wife. Incidentally, it's going to be the hottest day of the goddamn week, which really sucks. Because it's going to be, like, super hot outside while we're out trying to do stuff. You know, we're going to try to be running errands and doing important stuff, and we're going to be sweating like crazy. But that's life. That's how it works. So I will not be streaming tomorrow. But I'll be back on Tuesday. What will I be doing on Tuesday? Well, on Tuesday, we'll be continuing on with Dragon Quest Builders 2, a very, very chill game that I've been streaming for about 2.5 weeks now, on and off. Been having a ton of fun with it, and really enjoy it because it's a much relaxed atmosphere. We have a lot of opportunity to just hang out and relax and talk rather than be hyper-focused on the game, but the game does have a concrete and cohesive plot, and it's really fun. So that's going to be the main gameplay stream on Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, it's going to be my weekly Minecraft chill stream. This is where I do a 2-hour nighttime stream of Minecraft, and the top contributor during those streams gets something named after them in the game, which is pretty neat. You guys have really liked that incentive ever since I instituted it. What was it, like about a month ago now, I'd say, right? A month and a half ago. So we're going to keep going. Since you guys like the idea, we're just going to keep going with it, all right? Fair enough. Then on Wednesday, we're going to be continuing on with my Madden playthrough. Now, in regards to Madden 20, I played 2 major sessions of it, roughly 8 hours of the Face of the Franchise mode, which is basically the story mode this year, all right? I really need your guys' feedback on how to proceed with this playthrough. I don't know how to proceed with the playthrough because the default difficulty on this mode is Rookie, and at first it was challenging because I didn't know how to play the game, but now that I've gotten a little bit better at it, I feel it's too easy. But then I tried to play Pro, and Pro was ridiculous. Like, the first fucking run that I did in Pro, basically I fumbled the ball. I'm like, dude, are you out of your mind? Like, I do this crazy drive of plays, and the game says, oh, fumble. I'm like, oh, fuck you. You know, it's not even fun. It just pisses me off when games do stupid shit like that. So for me, it's kind of like I don't even know how to proceed, because if I play on Rookie, it's too easy. If I play on Pro, it's just annoying as fuck. And so do I keep playing on Rookie and have a chill time and just interact with you guys and basically treat the streams much like I treated MLB for a good 4 or 5 months? Or do I go on Pro and frustrate the fuck out of myself to the point where I probably don't want to play the game anymore? You see? Or is there a better option? Maybe there's a better option. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of appealing to you guys to try to figure out, you know, what is the best option, because I don't know. And I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear from you, you know, what is the best option that I can do moving forward in Madden. Okay? So please let me know, and that's going to be, whatever we figure out, that's going to be what I do on Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday night is going to be my weekly Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royal stream. Always fun and interactive as well. Last week's stream actually was really fun, and I had a great time with it, so looking forward to that later this week. Thursday, we'll get back to Mario 64. I figure since we're doing a crazy long marathon of it today, I definitely don't think that we should be playing it right away. So I figure Thursday would be a good time to get back to the game. And then Thursday night, we're going to continue on with Judgment, that game that I've been playing for quite some time right now. You know, and we're getting into the end game of it. We're very close to the end. We're nearing the end of chapter 11. I guess chapter 12 is the final story chapter, but then there's an epilogue. But apparently there's still several hours of story left in the game. Okay. So, that's going to be Thursday. Now, As for the rest of August, all right, in the middle of August, on August 13th, Nightwolf releases. He's a first DLC character, or the second DLC character from Mortal Kombat 11. I'll be checking out him for a stream or two. There's nothing else really going on in August until the end of the month when there's a ridiculous amount of stuff, including Life is Strange 2 Episode 4. There's 2 horror games, including Blair Witch and Man of Medan. There's a new game from the makers of Alan Wake called Control. There's also another 2 games I don't know much about. I think one's called Onanaki and one's called Astral Chain. I have no idea if I'll be playing either of those games because I really don't know what the hell they are, but people have mentioned them. So there's like a ton of games in the last week and a half of the month. But outside of that, there's not much going on in August. So I've got 2 potential playthroughs that I'm mulling over in my head, and I might do both, or I might just do one, depending on time. I guess it really depends on time frame and stuff. One is Grand Theft Auto 4, a game that I've only played once ever for the internet, way back when, over 7 years ago. I wasn't doing direct capture. I was doing the music in the game, which means that original playthrough that I made has been completely ruined for YouTube, because sadly, all the music ends up getting either content ID claimed, which means it gets muted, or the video can't be played in certain countries, you know, a bunch of bullshit. So, I'd like to replay GTA 4 as a playthrough without the music, but direct capture as an interactive stream, much like I did all the other GTA games last year, okay? Or, I can play, Sly Cooper 1 from the Sly Cooper HD trilogy on PS3. That's a game that also I played about 7 years ago, before direct capture. And people really liked it when I played the Sly Cooper games. It's been a ridiculously long time since there's been one. I think the last one was either 2012 or 2013. So, people have expressed interest to see me play Sly Cooper again. Alright? So, it's going to be one of those 2. I'm not sure which. It may be both. But what I want to do is get further. Let's get further into this week. Let's see how the rest of this week goes. Alright? And go from there. And then, you know, depending on how things go this week, okay, let's start a new game or whatever, all right? So, certainly you guys, please let me know your opinion on what you want to see. And, you know, I'd consider both, if not playing both. And, you know, we'll go from there, all right? Fair enough, guys? All right, so that's the schedule for the week. Whew. Already, I know I've covered a lot on this pre-stream. I know it's a lengthy pre-stream. I knew it was going to be a lengthy pre-stream. All right? So, I've already talked to you guys about how you can contribute. I'm incredibly appreciative of any contributions you guys give me on the stream today. In particular, obviously, I'm appreciative for anything you contribute, cheer subs, or tips, but if we're trying to reach a tips goal, I think it's a no-brainer, guys, that if you really want to help and make this tips goal happen, please tip me today, right? We want to try to hit the tips goal, so that way we can make this big positive reveal happen on stream, okay? So, how do you tip me? Well, if you look below the stream, there's a tips jar button that you could click on, all right? Or you could type !tip into the stream chat, and that'll bring up a link that you could click on to go to my PayPal tips page. Oh my God, excuse me. I felt that one coming for like, I'm not even lying, like 10 minutes, and it finally came out. Jesus, excuse me. So once you're on my PayPal tips page, there's a few things you should know, all right? First of all, you do not need to have a PayPal account to tip me. Right there on the PayPal tips page, before you even log in, it says, don't have an account, click here to tip with a debit or credit card. You don't need to make an account to do so, all right? Number 2, maybe you'd like to support this effort. Maybe you'd like to help me hit the tips goal today, but you don't want to get your name out there because you're afraid that trolls are watching and they're going to harass you for it, right? Well, you can either be anonymous. You can just type anonymous and put an anonymous name in there and be an anonymous tipper, or you can put a different name in a message to basically change your identity. No one will know it's you, all right? So please consider tipping to make this goal happen and have this nice big positive reveal. I'm very excited, and hopefully it'll happen. All right? Without further ado, everyone, let's get into contributions and shout-outs. All right? For those who have contributed, let's get the leaderboard starting to update here. Fair enough? All right, so... Oh, crap. Here we go again. Come on, laptop. You know you want to work. Come on, don't fail me now. Of all days today, a marathon. Please work. Oh, boy. All right, let's see here. Okay, finally got it updated. Eesh. All right, so starting off. Overnight, we had a couple people who contributed positively. We had Bad Shark 90 who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you, Bad Shark 90. I appreciate that. And Sock a Fock. Sakafak, who also subscribed to the channel overnight. So thank you, both of you. Appreciate that. Insomniatic Meat has resubbed for 32 months in a row and says, I'm going to keep popping. This is going to keep popping up, so I'm just going to share this, laughing out loud. Yeah, it's kind of wonky what happens when you resub on Twitch. In fact, last night, someone actively resubbed live during the stream, and they're like, Phil, I don't understand. I resub, but the game, I almost said the game. The stream's not letting me do the message to share that I resubbed. What's going on? And I'm like, from what I'm going to understand, when you resub, it doesn't immediately pop up a lot of the time. It takes a while. It could be like a few minutes. It could end up being a few hours. It could end up being a day or two. And when it does, it keeps harassing you to do it. Oh, share with everyone that you sub. Share with everyone that you sub. So, thank you very much for the resub, Insomniatic Meat. I appreciate that. Okay? All right. Let's continue. Hodar Targ just did a 50-bit cheer. And basically, he tried to stir up drama on the pre-stream that doesn't exist. He literally made something up. So I'm just going to ignore it. I thank you for the cheer, but just to forewarn everyone, not a good day to try to stir up drama. I'm not going to have any of that shit. And if you come in here trying to, stir the pot, as you guys know, we have certain rules that we abide by. We don't care about drama. We don't care about what other people are saying or insulting me or stealing my content or being negative or doing all kinds of stupid shit. It's all about the stream. It's about the fun gameplay. It's about playing a retro game. It's about having a good time. It's not about the negative shit. So you bring that negativity in here, you're going to very quickly find yourself with a boot to your butt getting kicked out the door. All right? Just throwing that out there. Okay. Our first cheer of the day during the live stream was actually from Jingle Massive. First of all, he resubbed for 2 months, and then he did a 304-bit cheer. And said, big ups. All right, let's get Jingle Massive up there on the leaderboard with the first cheer of the day. Oops, it's 2 eyes. There we go. 304 bits. Thank you, Jingle Massive. Tony Hawk also did a 60-bit cheer. He says, this game and the music is very special. Hell yeah. Like, Super Mario 64 had a completely new soundtrack. And it was so awesome that it ended up becoming a soundtrack that got remixed and put into all future, Mario games for a long-ass time. So, yeah, Mario 64 soundtrack, really great soundtrack. I know I'm going to be digging the tunes. You guys will probably be digging the tunes. It's a really awesome thing. Okay? All right. Crinja Fan tipped me $1. Are you afraid the Mixer is going to become the top streaming platform after all the years you made fun of it when Ninja and other Twitch streams are joining its relevant site now? First of all the years I made fun of it, I think in all the years that I've been streaming on Twitch, I might have mentioned Mixer 5 times. Because in reality, it's not major competition for Twitch until this week. No one cared about Mixer. It was just a thing that Microsoft did to try to basically jump on the bandwagon of popularity of streaming. That Twitch already had, much like YouTube also tried to jump on the bandwagon of streaming that Twitch already had. Now, all of a sudden, one major content creator goes over there, and now we're going to pretend like things have changed. No, things haven't changed. Yes, you will see other people jumping over there because they want to now jump on that popular, oh, people are going to go over there to see Ninja, maybe I could get some views now. But in reality, people have established viewer bases, they have established support bases here on Twitch. They're not going to jump ship unless they also get major offers, like Ninja did, to move from platform to platform. All right? As I've said earlier this week, it's actually quite good that Twitch is getting competition. Because YouTube streaming was never major competition for Twitch, ever. It never got the attention like Twitch did. It doesn't have nearly as many features as Twitch does. I'm happy that there's a third-party website here that's actually going to compete with Twitch, because competition leads to improvement and leads to benefits for everybody. That's the bottom line. When you have options, okay, that makes things get better. That's the truth. If you only have one option, then things can stagnate and things can just kind of never improve. And that's exactly what's happened with YouTube. Only major website that's for video sharing on the internet. They're a dominating force, a monopoly, because they only have the money to do the server space between, or behind the scenes. They're the only website that does it like that. All right? And because of that, every website that's tried to step up and compete with them has failed miserably and gone out of business pretty much, with a few exceptions. But no one's a real competitor for YouTube, so take a look at YouTube. Stagnation. No improvement. ruins itself as a business, loses all its major advertisers, you know, terrible, piece of garbage, right? And it's sad because it used to be so much better, but it's stagnated because it was number one, and then it never improved and just got worse and worse over the years. We don't want that to happen to Twitch. So great, let Mixer step up and be a competitor, add features that are awesome, then maybe Twitch will get some ideas of features that are awesome. If one thing I've always complained about on Twitch, out of all the things I like about Twitch, I want a better bit rate. I want to be able to stream for you guys at a higher quality. They limit me to 6,500 kilobits per second or whatever the hell it is streaming. That's not a lot, especially if you want to do 1080p streaming. That's not a lot at all. Like, I wish they would let me do up to 9,000, 10,000. I have the capability to stream at a much higher quality than what I stream right now, but Twitch limits you significantly what you can do. And I really hope that within the next, you know, couple of years, now that Twitch looks like they may have major competition, they'll actually improve some stuff on the site like that and allow content creators to put out better quality streams. And the truth of the matter is, I could actually do 1080p 60 frames per second streaming. I know I could. I've tested it. It works. I used to do it on YouTube, but I can't do it here anymore because when I went back to Twitch, the quality is lower. They don't let you do it. So I hope they improve to the point where I can then do it. All right. All right. Continuing on, Internal Napalm tipped me $2. So he's the top tipper of the day, and he says, any plans to check out Remnant from the Ashes on August 20th? The game going under the radar, but looks very good and getting positive impressions. Imagine Bloodborne as a third-person shooter with the dodge roll from HZD, which I guess is Horizon Zero Dawn, and a sprinkle of Darksiders. I've never heard of it. I think you've mentioned it on my streams previously. What I would say is this. I'm not writing it off, but at the same time, I'm not super interested in it because I don't know much about it. If it comes out, I guess this is going to be one of those games where it's a wait and see, because I don't want to drop money on a game that I really am not sold on at this point. But if it comes out and people are like, God damn, this is great. For example, like a Plague Tale comes out and people are like, damn, this game's really good. Then maybe I consider getting it. But I'm not going to go crazy and buy a game and then end up being disappointed. All right? Not really on my radar right now. So let's get Eternal Napalm up there on the leaderboard. Shit. Excuse me. Okay. Oh my god, this is going to be a pain in the butt. All day. I'm not going to put the dollar sign. I'm just going to put 3 out of 1,000 like that. Because this is going to be annoying. I'm gonna keep screwing it up and updating the wrong thing all day. I just know it. I'm going to keep screwing it up. Baba Booey tipped me $1. He says, I don't understand why you moved to Washington from Connecticut. You said there's no income tax was the main factor, but the overall tax burden is a much better indicator. New Hampshire and South Dakota would be much better states to move to. Good luck with Mario. Well, Baba Booey, there were a lot of factors involved in moving to Washington. As I said, taxes were one of them. Overall, I pay way less taxes living here than I did in Connecticut. That's the God's honest truth. If I were someone who went out and spent a lot of money all the time, shopping and stuff, then maybe I would be paying way more tax because the sales tax here is higher. But the bottom line is I don't. I'm not a guy who goes out and spends a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money to spend, right? I pay way less tax here than I was in Connecticut. There was a state income tax that was really high. Versus here, I pay a relatively very low state business tax to operate here. And a lot of the things that are taxed highly here are very optional. Like, for example, cigarettes, marijuana, liquor, etc. all have very high taxes on them, but I don't really partake in that stuff. So, for me, the cost of living here is actually much lower. All right? Just to give you some perspective, this is no exaggeration. The cost of utilities and electricity here is less than what I paid in Connecticut. On this big house versus what I paid in Connecticut on my condo, okay? The taxes here on this building that I live in, even though this building is valued at 3 times more, if not even more than what my home in Connecticut was worth, the real estate taxes are way lower here, okay? Like, everything here is lower. Like, it was a great move. Plus, the weather here, oh my god, don't get me started on how much better the fucking weather is out here. I always had issues with the weather in Connecticut. Oh my god, another snowstorm, another ice storm, a fucking hurricane, giant heat with humidity. It was always a fucking nightmare. It was always an extreme. Here, it's mostly moderate. Okay, and just to be frank, in addition to all of that, if you guys haven't noticed, I became a full-time live streamer 2.5 years ago. If you guys noticed something, You notice that my internet is like super duper good and stable out here, and I don't really have problems with it. Maybe once in a blue moon, my internet gets screwed up. For the most part, my internet works really well, and I'm able to do special events, and I'm able to consistently be here for you guys every day live streaming. You ever notice when I was in Connecticut that wasn't the case? Because out there, they didn't have this kind of shit. They didn't have the business level internet that you could get at your home and all that. Didn't exist. All right? So there's been significant positive changes since I actually moved out here. And it's not just taxes. Taxes was one of the major factors for sure. But just for example, you're mentioning New Hampshire or South Dakota. Weather in both of those places sucks. Just being honest, sucks. New Hampshire, same New England style weather that you would get in Connecticut. It sucks. South Dakota is hot. All right? These are places I don't want to be. You're right. If I was just solely going on low tax burden, I probably would have went to Florida. Florida has like almost no taxes whatsoever for businesses, but I would have been sweating my nuts off in humidity all day, and it would have been miserable, and I would have hated it. So that's why I moved here. All right? All right, continuing on. X Danger Reaper X did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, X Danger Reaper. And X Danger Reaper tipped me $20. Thank you very much, X Danger Reaper. That's the first, generally large tip of the day, and it really gets things going. He says, good luck on your goal, and if you can't hit the goal, Uber Eats is an option. I don't even know what that means. I guess he's saying if I don't hit the goal, spend this money on Uber Eats. No. In fact, see, because today I'm doing a marathon. Basically, I planned everything out nicely. So I'm going to have a break at one point where I'm going to go have a snack, and I have a bunch of different things that I can eat depending on what I feel like. I've got trail mix, and I got some granola, and some stuff that I could just like eat as a quick snack. But then also later on, Kat's going to make tuna casserole, and she has to work today, but she's going to leave it for me, so I could just like maybe take a slightly longer break later instead of like a 20-minute, maybe like a 30-minute break, and then I could warm up the tuna casserole and actually have dinner here during the stream. Okay? So, yeah, pretty cool, right? And by the way, I'm just going to say this, since you all want to repeat detractor memes in the stream chat, it's not $1,000 for news. You're an idiot if you say that. It's not. It's a big positive reveal. It's not news. I'm not going to just say a snippet of news on the stream if we hit the goal. You're completely moronic if you're saying that and repeating that dumb detractor meme. You know, put a fucking brain in your head between your two ears and stop just repeating and parroting what dumb shits say to try to make things sound bad. It's not. I'm telling you, this is going to be a great thing. That's why I've been building it up all week. All right? So, I'm just going to forewarn everyone, cut that shit out, because no one's going to be immune if you just keep repeating, oh, $1,000 for news. Yeah, so you're a 4-year-old who repeats what dumb shit say because they want to downplay something that's very exciting, right? Okay, well, fuck off. And if you're going to keep repeating it, you're not going to be here anymore, okay? Alrighty then, let's continue on. Alright. Let's see here. M5 of NSX resubscribed for 4 months in a row. Thank you very much, N5 NSX. I appreciate that. Brian Krebs did a 50-bit cheer. He says, Super Mario 64, no way did you ever play this before on YouTube or stream, or is this a totally new playthrough? I have never played this on YouTube, and I've never played this on stream before, ever. However, I did play this as a new release when it actually came out for the Nintendo 64. It was a launch title in 1996. I played it as a launch game, and then as I said later on, I think it was like 10 years later when the Nintendo DS first launched. It was one of the earliest games for the Nintendo DS, and I played that version too. So in essence, alright, I've played this game twice, but the last time I played it was over 10 years ago, which is why I forewarned everyone already on this pre-stream. Don't expect anything great out of me. I'm really not foreseeing myself doing very well. Okay? I'm just not. Alrighty. Continuing on, Scroovy has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Scroovy, for the sub. Philly Buckeye cheered. He says, you just had bad luck on pro fumbles happen. It was a coincidence. You probably will adjust to pro quickly. Let's see what happens on Wednesday with Madden. I don't know, man. I'm being honest. I'm not very positive about it. I played pro for 10 minutes, and within 10 minutes, I have a really tough drive, 'cause it's tougher to play. Tough drive. I get all the way to the end zone. Fumble. Fuck this game. That's my attitude. Like, no. If EA can't figure out that that's not fun, then EA doesn't deserve to even fucking make games. Like, how do you not realize it's only pro difficulty, so it's not It's not supposed to be like cripplingly hard. It's pro difficulty. And by the way, it was a perfect reception. The guy was open and he fumbles the ball. Fuck you, EA. No, really. Like, if you can't figure out that's not fun, then you don't deserve to make the game. All right. Continuing on. Fat Mr. Bo. Tip me $20. Wow, thank you very much, Fat Mr. Bo. He says, good luck with the goal. What used to be your favorite fast food burger? Mine's the Big Mac. Oh, man. What is my... I would say, if we're just in general saying fast food burgers, probably the Whopper from Burger King. Because it's good. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got fresh condiments, right? You got your ketchup and your mayonnaise, plus a bunch of good veggies like lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles. And it all goes well with that really nice flame-broiled burger that's not super greasy and a really big bun. So I really like that burger. Not to say I don't like other burgers. I like Wendy's burgers. And if you're talking an upper echelon of burger, if you go to a place like Five Guys or the Habit Burger, they're really good. Red Robin's hit or miss. Sometimes Red Robin can have really good burgers, and sometimes they're just kind of meh. But if you're just talking in general, a fast food burger you can just run out the door and grab, and you want it consistently good, the Whopper is your go-to, in my opinion. Okay? So thank you for that tip very much. I appreciate that, sir. Or madam. I don't know, but there you go. All right, continuing on. Phantom Fuzz did 100 cheer. He says, hey Phil, been a while. Busy, but been busy. Hope you're doing good. Thank you very much, Phantom Fuzz, and thank you for the contribution. I appreciate that. Then we had a troll, so we're gonna ignore that. Planet Jeff 2 just resubscribed for 28 months. It said best wishes today. Thank you very much, Planet Jeff 2. Good to see you, and thank you for the 28 months of ongoing support. Amazing. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Dick's Gang, what a name, did a 500-bit cheer and says, DSP, it's my first time actually catching one of your streams. I usually just watch the videos on YouTube for hours. You're a really funny guy. Thanks for the entertainment. And then you did a 500-bit cheer, and that's the biggest cheer of the day. So let's go ahead and get him up there on the leaderboard. Dick's Gang. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Whew. Well, there you go. This is pretty funny. A troll tipper tipped me $1 and said, I'm watching the illegal detractor restream of your stream, but I'm going to tip you anyway for the positive announcement. Continue being entertaining. Well, there you go. Now, here's a case of someone. They're watching someone else illegally restreaming me, but at least they're contributing. So I guess it kind of evens out. I guess that if that's the case, then that's fine. I'm actually okay with that. Continuing on, the lonely man tipped me $1. He said, let's see. Oh, God, is this the guy from a few weeks ago? I think he is. He says, within 3 weeks, I spent almost $1,000 on my crush. This was the guy who a few weeks ago was talking about having a crush on someone and spending tons of money on unrequited love. That's not good, man. My advice was to stop, and you kept going? Oh, no. Well, that's sad. But anyway, he says, question, when you had built your PC years ago, did you do it on a site? I want a gaming PC, but not bank breaking. Well, back in the day, I used to build my own PCs. Now, we're talking 15 years ago, all right? And back then, I mean, it was fairly simple as long as you had an understanding of what's inside of a computer, your graphics card, your motherboard that you plug that into, your RAM you plug into there, your processor with the heatsink, and your cooling gel you plug into there, and, your drives and your hard drives, your disk drives, etc. It wasn't super complicated. It was pretty straightforward. Now, if we don't understand today, it's pretty much similar, but, everything's improved and or changed. Like, motherboards apparently look way different now. Everything's become smaller, better, faster, etc. When I bought my PC, my first PC that I bought during my YouTube career, now we're going back like 8-9 years, was fan-made, but sadly, it never really worked properly. And the fan basically became a detractor because he was angry because I was basically honest. I was like, yeah, this PC showed up and never really worked right. And the guy got all pissy about it and basically shat on me for years, saying that he didn't do it, even though in reality, he built the PC and was responsible for it not working. Okay, like half the RAM in that PC never even worked. The PC was fine for what I was doing, but it just sucked that I paid a lot of money, and it ended up helping this guy out a lot. But in reality, I didn't get what I paid for, okay? But that's a million years ago. I don't even remember. I seriously don't even remember their names, and I don't remember any of that crap, okay? Now, fast forward to to about, what was it, 2014? Yeah, when I first moved here. So 5 years ago when I first moved here to Washington State. God damn, I've been here for 5 years. Holy shit, guys. Fast forward to 2015 or 2014 when I moved here. All right. I needed a new PC because my old PC wasn't working properly. It wasn't even like booting properly anymore. It was like on its last legs. So at the time, I went to a website where you can order a PC with basically everything you want in it. And once again, I said, I don't know too much about it, so I'm going to rely on suggestions from the viewers. So I actually had people post up on my forums, what are the specs that you guys recommend, etc. All right. So everyone posted up the specs that I should get. I went out and bought the PC exactly as described. All right. The PC shows up, runs great and everything. I go to stream and capture, and it doesn't do it. It's choppy. And everyone yells at me. Oh, this is your fault because you didn't know what you were doing and you spent way too much money on a website that built the PC and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I said publicly I didn't know anything about this. I was going to appeal to the viewers to let me know what kind of stuff I should get in this PC for my purposes. Everyone knew what I was going to do, that I wanted to capture and stream and do all this stuff. And then I get exactly what I'm told, and I'm the villain. I'm the guy who did it wrong, right? I get yelled at. So I'm just used to it. No matter what, I'm always the guy who's wrong about everything, But anyway, that's the PC I've been using for years, I can capture with it, I can stream with it, and in reality, if I'm capturing and streaming at the very same quality, I can pretty much do really good quality stuff. The problem is, as I told you guys, Twitch limits the bitrate at which you can stream, right? I would love to stream at a higher bitrate and give you guys 1080p 60 frames per second, but I can't because the quality that Twitch limits you to doesn't allow you to do that at a very good rate. Like, I could do it and it would probably be choppy and it wouldn't look very good, okay? When I was streaming on YouTube, for the 2 years that I streamed on YouTube, I was doing the highest quality. I was doing 1080p 60 frames and it looked great and everyone really loved the quality, but of course YouTube streaming sucks ass. So I came back to Twitch. That's what I keep telling you guys. I really wish that that Twitch would improve so that you could do a higher bit rate. But anyway, I'm beating around the bush here. I couldn't even tell you, Lonely Man, what site I bought this PC from. I don't even know if they exist anymore. That was 5 years ago, I am not the guy to be asking about tech. Seriously, I'm not. I'm not the guy to be asking about tech. All right. Let's see here. We got a guy who did a racist thing that I'm going to ignore because he thinks I'm stupid. I'm not. Ralph Timmy, $2 and wants to meet up for a coffee. No thanks, Ralph. But thank you for the $2 tip. Let's get you up on, or let's actually add that to the tips total here. God damn it. I told you guys I'm going to keep screwing this up today. Let's see here. Niku tipped me $3 and says, I know it's not much, hoping this gets people motivated. Haven't been playing this, but I've seen and heard so many good things about Super Mario 64 that I think it'll turn out to be a classic playthrough. Amazing. Thank you very much. And again, as I said earlier, Niku, that's the thing about crowdfunding. It's not about one person stepping up and giving a ginormous contribution to make something happen. It's about a lot of people stepping up and contributing together. That's how it works. And so, I don't want anyone to feel disheartened. Man, Phil really needs a lot of help today, and there's no way that I can contribute a ton. That's okay. Don't feel disheartened. That's not how this works, all right? It's never been like that. Thank you very much for that tip. Exchanger Reaper did another $1 tip and says, didn't mean to eat Uber Eats. I meant work for them. It's an option. Oh, so you mean drive the car? Yeah, see, I couldn't do that because Kat already has a full-time job where she constantly uses the car. We don't have two vehicles, so I wouldn't be able to do that. As you all know, I am streaming 8+ hours a day, dude. I don't have other times that I could also be driving for Uber Eats as well. Like for example, so last night, go to sleep, had a tough time, I'm going to be honest, had a tough time sleeping last night because I was really, a little nervous about today's stream, hoping that it goes well, hoping that things turn out well today. So I didn't get as much sleep as I should have. Now I'm all hopped up on caffeine. As soon as I got up, I was running around the house doing stuff this morning to get everything ready and to get stuff settled in for the day. I had a bagel with cream cheese. I had a coffee. I was cleaning. I was doing all this shit. Immediately run up here. I'm going to be streaming. Then I'm going to be taking small breaks in between the stream and wolfing some food down my mouth, whatever. When the stream's done, I got to upload. I'm going to take a shower. Got to prepare for tomorrow because tomorrow's my day off with Kat. And then Kat's going to come home. We'll have maybe an hour or maybe an hour and a half to relax together before it's time to go to sleep again. Like, that's my day every day. You know, I don't have exorbitant amounts of time where I'm just sitting around not doing anything. People seem to have this weird misconception that I could still do full-time streaming and also have another job. That's not possible. Okay? But thank you for the suggestion and thank you for the tip. Chewbacca cheered. He said, yesterday when you said during stream you didn't give a crap about Evo anymore, but tweeted about Sonic Fox being the best FGC player later that night. Why the sudden change? Because in reality, I don't care. In reality, I'm not following Evo. I'm not watching Evo. I don't care who wins Evo. But in my social media feed on Twitter last night, I saw a major post. Everyone's talking about Evo and saying Sonic Fox basically got top. He won Mortal Kombat 11, and he got second place in Dragon Ball FighterZ. And that's amazing because they're two completely different games. And I basically made the parallel to Justin Wong. Back in the day, when I used to be a competitive fighting game player, it was Justin Wong was the guy who was always placing in multiple major tournaments at EVO. He was in top finals of every game. And I say, Sonic Fox is the modern day Justin Wong. However, I actually feel what he does is more impressive than what Justin used to do. Because back then, when I used to play games competitively, it wasn't popular. There wasn't live streaming. There wasn't YouTube. It wasn't a level of competition. And no one knew day one every top strategy in every game like they do now. So for Sonic Fox to consistently be good at multiple different fighting games at once and to be able to place in them at the national level, albeit win some of these games, is, in my opinion, actually more impressive than anything Justin Wong has done. And I'm not trying to diss Justin. I'm just saying when Justin and I were competitive fighting game players at a top level like that, it was a different era. It was a lot less competition and a lot less, people didn't know the top strategies or how to counter them. So a lot of the time, if you knew it, you would go to the tournament and dominate because no one knew shit. Now everyone knows everything. Okay? So I would say Sonic Fox literally is the modern day Justin Wong when it comes to tournament results. Now, personally, his personal ways that he says stuff and everything, listen, I don't know anything about that. Like I said, I don't follow the fighting game community or whatever. Now, why did I make this comment on social media last night? Quite simply because it was in my feed and I just said off the cuff, this is a comparison I feel that I can make that's an observation that's worthy, and I did it. I don't care about the rest of EVO. I don't give a shit about anything that happens at EVO today. I don't. So if people come in here and say, oh, did you hear this happen at EVO? Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. All right? Okay. Shout out to Yes, who tipped me $1. And he says, yes, $1,000 raised, and you'll let us know that you got a coupon for KFC. Well, I don't know who let out, who leaked this news, but now I gotta find out who the leak is, because you just ruined everything. Now when I come back here later with a bucket of chicken for a nice discounted price, how the hell is this gonna entertain anyone? You bastard! How dare you get the secret out? All right. Anyway. No Hitter Quitter tipped me $1 and says, when is the next MLB stream? You're one of my favorite MLB streamers. The Astros threw a combined no-hitter versus the Mariners last night, winning 9-0. Are you going to be doing any other game modes or playing defense next time, like first base? Who will win AL? I can't even believe, if you're asking me these questions, that you've even watched a single video of my MLB coverage. Because if you watch a single video of any of the gameplay I've done in that game, I explain every time that I don't follow the MLB at all. I'm not a fan of baseball anymore. I don't know anything about the real teams. Like, it's pretty funny because you're talking to me like I'm a fan of the sport and I would know or care about this stuff. I don't know anything about it. So it's like, whoop, right over my goddamn head. Okay? Okay. Continuing on. Oh, by the way, as for MLB, it's on hiatus right now. Maybe it'll come back eventually, but now I'm doing Madden, so it's a different sports game. I'm definitely not going to do 2 sports games at once. We'll see what happens. But for now, I mean, I played MLB from March all the way through, like, July. That was a pretty long time to be playing it. So I think maybe it's time to give it a rest. Okay? Big Man Big Balls tipped me $1 and insulted me because he says that people should be raising money for mass shooting victims. All right? The bottom line is you're right. They should be. That's perfectly valid. If that's what you want to raise money for, or you want to attend a stream where people are raising money, great. Go for it. This is something that I had planned all week, and it's very, very sad that these mass shootings happen. Obviously, I'm horrified that this is the state that our country has become, where every day now there seems to be a mass shooting, or all right, maybe not every day, but it's so common now that we've all become monstrously desensitized to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it used to be, oh my God, it's shocking. Now it's like, oh, another one. It sucks, because we shouldn't be, that should not be the case at all. Now, I'm not a political guy, and I'm not going to stand here and tell you this is what you do to fix it at all. I just think that our lawmakers need to do something to fix it, because literally sitting on their hands and saying whatever isn't working. All right? They've literally done not a fucking thing to solve the problem. I would be pleased if one of them got up and did something at all. But instead they just argue like children and get nothing done. And nothing's ever improved. And so it continues. And it will continue until our lawmakers mature up and actually start doing their fucking jobs. All right? But that being said, that's the only political commentary you're going to hear from me on the subject. You know, this stream that I was going to do was already planned all week. You know, I'm not going to completely change everything around because of these bad things happened. If there are other streams out there, right, that's like saying, well, don't watch Evo either because there were mass shootings. You should be watching a stream that's a fundraiser for mass shootings. Okay, so cancel Evo, right? No. You know, life goes on. It sucks that these things happen. It's terrible. It's horrendous. Obviously, no one supports it, and everyone wants this thing to get better, but I certainly don't have any control over it, right? So if you want to go watch a fundraiser stream, if there are even any fundraiser streams going on for that cause, go right ahead. But if you like my content and you want to help me today, attend my stream. This is all personal choice. But for you to criticize me and act like I'm in the wrong, you can go fuck yourself, because you're a piece of human shit. Okay, continuing on. Mario, please tip me $2. Says, can you start playing the game? This is taking way too long. Don't worry, we're going to be playing the game all day long. You just got to be a little patient when we get through the pre-stream, but we're going to get to it, okay? All right. Continuing on. Let's see here. So here we go again. Here's someone else trying to bait me. So I'm not even going to read what they said, but I'm just going to put $1 on the board here. Vote Republican tipped me $1 and said frogs suck. Well, there you go. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be angry about that. King of Baits tipped me $3 and tried to bait me. And I'm going to ignore that as well. So I'm going to add it to the total, but I'm just going to ignore it. Jack tipped me $2 and said, can you stop ranting for 2 hours on your pre-streams? No, I can't. But thank you for the $2 tip. We're up to $64 now. And Headshot X tipped me $1 and said, is it a boy or a girl? Maybe it's a space alien. Who knows? All right, but thank you for the $1 tip. All right. There you go, guys. Now, before we begin, today's Sunday. That means today is the last streaming day of the week, as they say for Twitch. I don't know why Twitch thinks that Sunday is the last streaming day and Monday's the first. Sunday's technically the first day of the week. But the way it works on Twitch is every Sunday night, the stats for cheering reset. So you might not know what I'm talking about. If you guys actually look at the top of your screens, many of you may see a stream cheering leaderboard integrated into your stream chat at the very top, okay? This is the top 10 cheerers of the week. This will reset overnight tonight, and as of tomorrow morning, it'll be at 0, so other people will have an opportunity to now become top cheerer of the week. But for today, all right, this is the top 10 cheerers, and what I want to do is give shout out and credit to the top 10 cheering contributors of the week. So that way we can, give credit where credit is due. All right, so let's go ahead. We start off with Phillips Smelly Chair, who's in 10th place for the week. Then we have Magnus Flamebeard, who's in 9th place. M5NSX in 8th place. Imminent 55 in 7th place. Vote Democrat in 6th place. RFHC5 in 5th place. Nihilistic Goldfish in 4th place. Fee 555 Foe in 3rd place. Chipe is in 2nd place. And sitting there very nicely, 1st place, one of the Babyman Gamings. And I hate to say that, but there's just so many of them now, I can't make out who's who. I don't know who the first one is, who the 5th one is, who the latest copycat is. But there's so many people now calling themselves Babyman Gaming, I lost track. Good lord. All right, so thank you guys. Oh, look, more contributions came in. Let's do some more shout-outs. Timbo Slice Cheer, he said, honest question, most times we know on Tip Gold streams what the tips are needed for. Last couple times it was taxes. We know where the $1,000 would be going. I'd love to hear the surprise, but man, it's a lot for that. Like I said, bills. The bottom line, Timbo, is that, like I told you, there's been stuff going on in my life that I'm not going to share with everyone because it's personal stuff. Stuff that's been affecting me negatively behind the scenes. Stuff that's cost me a lot of money. All right? And that being said, I've been behind on bills for months. And I'm trying to play catch up. All right? I'm trying to do something to catch up so that every month it's not, I can't pay a bill, I can't pay a bill, I can't pay a bill, late fee, overdraft. Raising this tips goal today would do a significant step towards getting better. All right? That's what we're doing today. I've already kind of explained this. I don't know how much else you want me to explain. Literally, the money will go to my bank account and clear normal bills for me. Okay? Fair enough? All right. C. Devotion did a 100-bit cheer. He says, glad I can finally tune into your stream after work. Troll compilations have brought me here, but they show you in the wrong light, and I'm glad to support a real streamer. And, all right, very nice. Thank you. Kathani tipped me $15. Thank you very much, Kathani, for a $15 tip. That actually jumps us up here to $80 in tips here on the pre-stream. Excellent. Thank you very much. Good start already. Thank you guys very much for the support. We haven't even started yet, and we got a good headway, so thank you guys very much. The Great Zamboni has resold for 13 months. Is pretty sure Phil moved to Washington to be closer to the Bigfoot community. Oh, my God. He's finally revealed the truth. I am a hardcore Bigfooter. I follow the Bigfoot lore no matter where I go. That's what I'm into. It's been my hobby my entire life, and now I finally will find Bigfoot. Before I die, I swear I will go out here and find him for you. All right? Okay, continuing on. Philly Buckeye cheered and says, I know you aren't a politics guy. You support the right to bear frogs. I believe every DSP... I believe every DSP fan deserves a frog no matter what the government says. You get a frog, and you get a frog, and you get a frog, and you get a frog. Everyone deserves frogs. Everyone should have freedom of frogs. Full froggy freedom is the political platform I'm going to be running on for president. So you guys better just get used to a froggy presidency because it's coming. I'm telling you guys. All right. Let's see here. Well, someone named 12 tipped me $2 and said something very political, and I don't want to say it because I know it's going to piss people off. I appreciate your contribution. I do. But we're not going to get political here. All right. So thank you for that. Fat Mr. Bo tipped another $5. I love it when you call out the idiots. Nice to see a streamer with balls. Yeah, you know. I'm never going to change in that regard. I'm never going to change in that regard. People come in here and they want to insult and they want to derail. I just think of the lunacy of this. Oh, Phil had a stream plan to raise some funds to help him out financially behind the scenes. There was a couple mass shootings, so now let's shame Phil. Shame him. As if he's somehow related to the mass shootings. Shame him and use the mass shootings, which are a horrendous action, as some kind of ammo to weaponize that against Phil. Think about how disgusting and how immoral you have to be to weaponize mass shooting deaths against a live fucking gaming streamer. Think of how disgusting and nasty that is. What a corrupt, disgusting person, toxic person you have to be on the inside to do that kind of shit. Those are the kind of people that hate me. So, oh well. Really fucked up, huh? Vote Republican tipped me another $1 and I propose we build a wall to keep all the frogs from entering our borders. Now that's ridiculous. No. The frogs should have infinite free passage. All right, let's stop doing political parodies before people get pissed off here. Okay? All right, vote Democrat cheer, and he's talking about the mass shooting. All right, guys. I'm going to lay down the law. I'm not going to prevent people from talking about it, but I don't want the entirety of the stream to be talking about this because we know how horrible it is. We know how fucked up the world is. And as I've already said my piece about it here on the pre-stream, and I'm not going to make the whole stream about that, all right? You guys can talk about it if you want, but I'm not going to be addressing it. Fair enough? Okay. All right, guys. I got a pet. That's the news. The news is I'm going to roll in. I've already told people this. I'm going to roll in an aquarium full of frogs. And what I'm going to do is every time I stream, I'm going to let the frogs jump around my office and eat flies and do all kinds of froggy stuff. It's going to be like Frogapalooza every stream. You're going to see frogs going crazy on the webcam. It's going to be pretty neat. Shit, why did I just fucking reveal that? I just spoiled everything. Son of a bitch. Actually, I still think the best suggestion was the bucket of KFC that I'm going to get for a discounted price. Okay? Facts tip me $1 if everyone contributes during the pre-stream to get toward $1,000 where you take a break at the start of the game or stop the stream. What? What do you mean? Do you mean if I reach $1,000 will I stop the stream? No, I mean what we're going to do, if we hit $1,000 goal, I'm going to do the big positive reveal. But no, we're going to keep going. The stream's going to go on regardless. The stream's not going to just end. No, we're going to keep going. All right, so right now we're up to $89 in tips. In reality, we're not, because I hate to say it, but every dollar tip that's coming in, I only get 60 cents. So more than likely, we're probably around like $70 in tips. But I'm just going to go with what it says. I'm not going to be a dickhead here. Liquid's first is cheers. I finished watching Fellowship of the Ring, and the pre-stream is still going. You beat the movie. You're right, I did. Actually, that's completely false. Fellowship of the Ring is, if you watch the theatrical version, it's about 2.5 hours. The extended version is over 3 hours long. I know because I've seen both, and I know the link, so you're full of duties. How dare you? How dare you exaggerate, okay? A troll in the stream chat says, I have a gift card with $1,000 on it. I could put it in your name and you could buy something. That wouldn't help. I need to pay bills. I don't need to buy anything. I need to pay existing debts, not spend more, okay? Okay. All right, everyone, so here's the deal. We're going to get started. I'm going to use the restroom very quickly. That way I don't have to take a break relatively shortly. What we'll probably do is play for 2 straight hours and then take a break around 2 p.m.-ish Pacific time, which is usually my normal break time. That'll be my first break where I'll probably grab a little snack or something, and then we'll continue on, all right? So thank you. Let's take a very short break, maybe 2-3 minutes, for me to use the restroom, and then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to start up here with Super Mario 64. Okay? Thank you, guys. I'll be right back.